I'm conscious.
Now what? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
Peace and love, soul group. It's Derek Dunlap back at you. Wednesday is March 29th, and it feels good. Yeah, feels good. Another episode of I'm Conscious Now What? And I knew one day, very, very soon, that we would have a conscious chatter based on this topic, because I get this topic a lot. And to me, it really doesn't bother me, this topic, one way or the other, talking about this topic. Some conscious people, depending on what they gravitate to as far as their beliefs in religion, or, you know, whatever your beliefs are on your journey, they gravitate one way or another way. And what I've learned and what I'm becoming, it's always been my goal when I started my ascension and my awakening, was to become transparent to all energy, to be able to sit in all energy and still have my own identity, you know, without judgment, and just leading with love, you know. And I have found love. I haven't found the one, the how am I trying to explain it? Enough of the I to remain the I. And the I to me is love, the love that casts away all fear, the love that surpasses all understanding in where we are now. So let me answer the question first that I get. Oh, I mean, it comes up in, if I had 20 conversations, it comes up in 18 of the conversations, right? And that is the Holy Bible real or fake? You know? And that's the easy one. I mean, it's very easy, right? Of course, it's real. It's real. It's just as real as this pen that you can see, you can feel, you could touch it, you could write with it. You could pick the Holy Bible up, you could read it, you can feel it. Of course, it's real. Yes, it's real. Okay? To answer that first basic question, and then they usually laugh, right? And they say, come on, yeah, Derek, I know it's real, but do you think, and, you know, I say, let me answer your question. Let me help you. Do I think that the Holy Bible is the infallible word of God? And I sat there and I thought about it. What does that mean to me? And for me, I came up with, it depends on what it is that you call God. You see, that's a whole nother conscious chatter, or a whole nother live stream. Who and what, it, they, some say he, some say she. What is God to you? You see what I'm saying? I hear the black woman is God. And I can see and I can feel and I can understand that in this third dimension, that all life, what we call the life in three density, it comes from the female, the divine feminine energy. Women bring forth life into this dimension. So I could see how they could be called gods. I can see that. Some people can't. So Is it the infallible word of God? Let me first explain what my definition of what some of you, not all of you, would call God. When you say God, if you mean the creator of everything, like the infallible one, I call that version the divine presence of all. And when we say that, I'm dealing with energy, the divine presence of which all reside in. Okay, so now we on a whole nother level. So no, that book was not written by the divine presence of all. But now I can say it is the divine word of some gods. 66 books that were written over a period of time. And it could have came from the gods of those days. I wasn't here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm only taking what nature is giving me. And I know right now in 2017, everything is genetically modified. So why wouldn't the Bible be? Now, it's been remixed and translated and chopped up and tweeted, just like everything else in 2017. Just like us. The water, the food, the air, the land. We're genetically modifying everything. So why wouldn't the Bible be any different? Religious brothers and sisters. So it can't be even infallible. We have to scratch that out right there. I ain't gonna poop on the Bible or none of that, because I read the Bible 3 times, and the Bible itself has never ever had a problem, or I've never had a problem with the Bible itself ever. I think it's one of the most beautiful books I've ever written in my life. Flat out. I mean, you can read it. It's full of wisdom. I've always had a problem with the people who were controlling and manipulating and using the Bible to push agendas, you see, and fear. You see what I'm saying? Who merchandised it, who was a part of this mastering and remixing and retweeting and all of that, the genetically manipulation of that book. That's a great book, the actual words of it, but when, the book that we have now, right, in 2017, if you trace the publishing on it, and that's what I tell people, don't just take everything that everybody gives you now. The book itself says in what we would call the last days of this world as we know it, because the energy is changing. It said things were going to be chaotic. But what I'm also learning through chaos and chaotic times, it causes creation. I've never been in a better space in my life through all this chaos right now. I'm growing, I'm learning, because I'm open to receive. You see what I'm saying? So the Bible is real. Yeah, it's real. Of course it's real. It's real. Everything that we believe is real is real. But one thing you can't do, you cannot read that book with And it even says itself, with a carnal mind, you can't read, you can't even begin to understand some of the mysteries, because those 66 books still have some gold nuggets in it. It's gold nuggets in the Bible. And it does explain a lot of frequencies. And I mean, if you really read it, it was out of body experiences. It talked about so many, if you want to say, biblical events that we're seeing. So you can't say it's not real. We just hate the way that they're using it and the way that they controlled us with it. You see what I'm saying? So we got, even at one time I had a bad taste in my mouth about the Bible, the way they used it and monetized it, and all that's coming out right now. It's the #1 selling book for a reason. There was a lot of information that was destroyed that didn't make the 66 books. So just because the 66 books was genetically modified, you just can't say that it's all fake. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you feel that way about the Bible, you have to feel that way yourself, because we've been genetically modified as human beings right now. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's nothing to argue about. I still, to this day, when a Jehovah's Witness ring my doorbell, depending on what I'm doing now, I'm not doing cartwheels and backflips. I ain't gonna tell that lie to open up the door. But if I'm just sitting there and I don't have anything to do, I open up the door. And the first thing I do is I try the energy, and if it's that cocky, I'm the sinner and I'm going to hell energy, you guys know what I'm talking about. I won't be bothered with it. But if they lead in love, hi, how you doing, brother? I sit in it. Because their intent is just, that's all they have. And if they in love, if they can find love with that book and that way, with that religion, then let them have it. Why would you take away something that someone loves just because it's not what you're, or a road or a situation or a book or article or a belief system that you chose on your path to find what? The divine presence, the divine love of all. Let them have it. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with us. You see, as souls, we fall in love with something and then we expect everyone else to fall in love with what we fall in love with. You see, and it doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that. We all have the ability to think. So if one is in love with something, why would you take that away from that person? Or even say, for example, you're going to hell because you don't believe this. And I know Christians do that a lot to other people. But if you were leading with love, Christians, why would you wish hell on someone who doesn't believe what you believe? Because, in religion, that's the ultimate end. That's the worst place someone could end up, right? In hell. So why would you wish hell or tell someone you going to hell if you don't catch up on this? Now, why would you do that? Don't you understand the cause of law, cause and effect, the law of cause and effect, whatever you say? You don't want to curse somebody with that. You understand what I'm saying? Different strokes, different folks. We're all on a journey. And I've realized this, and I'm going to hang on to this until something changes me or persuades me higher. Don't nobody know shit anyway down here. We all down here experiencing and asking what else is possible and waiting for the next iPhone 8 and shit to come out. You see what I'm saying? It's all perspective. And some make you feel better than others. And some vibrations wake you up faster than others. That's all it is. Life is what you make it. We don't have to kill each other over a book, over some literature, over history. We don't have to. We don't. Conscious chatter, I'm going to open up the phone lines because, you know, I could talk about the Bible all day. I could talk about religion all probably for years. You know what I mean? It's real. Does everybody believe it? No. Is it the only way? No. Is my way the only way? No. Is your way the only way? No. So what the fuck, people? It's 2017, you know, and we all talking all of this better world. We all talking this better world, you know, and all of this new energy. Let's accept it. Phone lines open. You're live with Derek Dunlap on I'm Conscious Now What? What's up, Wes?
Hey, what's good?
What's popping, Wes?
Well, oh wow, it's 11:11. Not 11, 1:11, whatever. But
still ones, my brother. You awake? You awake, aren't you?
oh man, I'm honestly I'm feeling pretty great right now. You know, like I just got back home. I decided to get out of the college environment. I really felt like it wasn't good for me. And you know what? I can learn anything I want on the internet anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Mm-hmm. Now, Wes, before you get going, touch on our topic, okay? Touch
right.
on our topic today, because I want to stay on topic because there's a lot of people that's going to come and click on this video, and I don't like that topic. What do they clickbait stuff? Stay on the topic, okay? And then you can venture off and into your conscious chatter. Is the Holy Bible real or fake to you, Wes?
The Holy Bible, real or fake? I definitely think, like, sort of along the lines of what you were saying. I think that some of the stuff in there, it's very good teachings, and I think many of the events that happened or will happen in the future, I think many of them will happen. But yeah, like you said, it's been transmitted through many generations, and I mean, I took a class on translation. They tell you all the problems you can find with that, you know?
How bad was it butchered based on the class that you took as far as translating it?
I really can't say. It depends on the translator, but it can really, I mean, one word, just one word, it can change everything. So if somebody wasn't careful along the line.
I'll give you an example right now. You ready for it?
All right.
And then I'm going to translate it. Now watch how horrible this going to sound. My bitch pregnant. She should have her babies any day. Now, what did that mean to you when I said that?
I don't know. Just like, I mean, bitch stood out immediately.
All right.
So
now let me translate it for what it means, right?
Yeah.
My female dog is a bitch, is pregnant.
Yeah.
She's going to have her babies any day. You know, I breed bulldogs. Female dogs are bitches. But you see what I'm saying? So that's that. I mean, you know, there it is. That's what I said. That's what I mean. But now, if you would have read that, go ahead, Wes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, just one word, like, when Jesus, right? When Jesus was talking about hell, he wasn't actually talking about hell. He was talking about another word, Gehenna, right? It's the place where the bodies would be taken. I believe in India, maybe this was a practice. They would take the bodies and they would burn them. And this is like a karmic purification that you go through. So you don't burn for eternity. You only burn if you need to burn, and only for as long as you need to burn.
I don't know about.
It's a purification.
I don't know about that, Wes.
I mean, I heard it from David Wilcock first.
I don't know about that one, bro. I'm not, but you see, I'm open. I hear you, but I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm the same person that'll say this though about hell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just based on common sense, really. You know, when you start waking up, some people don't have common sense, but they have book smart. You see what I'm saying? If this book was written 6,000 years ago, you understand what I'm saying? There's certain words that we have now, certain ways that we describe things now that they didn't have back then. They didn't have the language that we have right now. Even this, you see what I'm saying? So they describe things based on fire, water, light. You understand? They weren't articulate. Ghetto fabulous as I am, you know, I'm very articulate compared to what they were. I mean, you could take the ghettoest person in 2017 right now, and they would sound like a scholar compared to the language that they used back in those days. The Bible is symbolic. A lot of it is symbolic. It's metaphors, you know, and if you read it, even the people in those 66 books will say, Jesus, why are you talking in parables? You know, they didn't know, why are you talking in parables? That's what they would ask, you know, Jesus in the Bible. And Jesus said, well, it ain't given to you to understand if you don't understand the way that I'm saying it, you see. So, and that's why that Bible has been been stretched in so many different ways, because just like me and you, our perceptions is different. But whoever wins the war rewrites the history. So I've never had a problem with the Bible. I've never have, ever, seriously. I've always had turbulences with people translating it and pushing it, the people behind it, the people with it in their hand saying, now this is what this is. And if you don't think that this is what this is, then fuck you, go to hell. That's who I had the problem with. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
It was never the book personally. You know, you can't say it's a bad book.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of great things in it. I haven't read it like all the way through once, but you know, I definitely I see the value in it.
It's a good book, man. It's just, you know, we know what it is now. We know what it is. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. But anything else you want to add, Wes?
I mean, well, I was also gonna say, I was gonna give other examples of translation errors, but this is mostly what I hear from David Wilcock talking about it, right?
Okay.
He says that the UFOs, they referred to them in the Bible as
fallen angels.
Cloud, but it really wasn't a cloud. You know, they just thought, oh, this word's kind of close enough for a flying craft, I guess. You know, or what's another one? Oh yeah, big thing. Reincarnation. Supposedly, Jesus talked about and knew about this as well, but it never made it anywhere in the Bible.
Oh, they copy pasted and deleted that real quick, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Like the oldest Latin version anybody could find, I'm sure, it doesn't say anything about reincarnation. And that's really the thing that, it just doesn't make sense to me that you have only one life. I don't know. There's a lot of parts to that there's a lot of things that would have to happen to make that true, and I just don't see that.
You can debunk that right now with I based on I can debunk that right now with my consciousness, just by me being and there's a lot of people just like me all around, just by me becoming conscious in what you call dreams. I know that I never die. People who really have lucid dreams and it's a kind of cockiness to them, you know, and I'm not saying this, ladies and gentlemen, to be no judgmental. You know, those of you, if you ever met me in person, man, I'm just blunt. I say what it is. I'm learning to love everyone and accept everyone just how you are. You don't have to gift wrap yourself for me, because I'm not putting on no gift wrap, you know. But people who have truly been out of their bodies and that are exploring, they have a certain kind of vibration and frequency about them. You see what I'm saying? You know, you just know. I just know. And I know who hasn't, you know, and it's cool because you have to believe that you've been out of body for it to happen. So there's a lot of people that are using the law of cause and effect, like I have been out of body. You know what I'm saying? To get out of body. I understand that. I don't call them liars. Like, you have to assume that you have done something before it happens in mentalism. So I understand that. Anybody that has really been out of body, they laugh at death. They don't fear death. It's just something about them. They just laugh about it. It's just like, you know, because they've overcome that. When you become conscious in your non-physical body, it just changes. It's like you just go up a frequency and you can't go back down. You know, they can't use that death shit on you no more, you know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Just, yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely. I haven't, I mean, I had very little fear of death to begin with, but I mean, now it's like really positive. Like, wow, I can't die. I can just use my life to be loving to other people. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to worry about anything, because I know the universe is always going to give me the tools I need to keep going forward and help others.
That's right. Now, let me ask you this, and then I got to let you go. Okay?
Okay.
Have you ever had a dream that was realer than this life? Right here, that me and you talking.
I can't say I have.
Oh, you better start playing. You better start playing. You've never had a dream, right? That when you woke up, that's the only fucking time you realized that you was dreaming, is because you woke up and found yourself here. You haven't had one of those yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you got a lot of man. I'm happy for you, Wes. I'm happy for you, man.
I've been
I'm happy for you, brother. For real. You got a lot of,
you know, like experimenting. I've been feeling energies. I've been activating the pineal gland, and oh yeah, Derek, I've stopped eating any meat, any dairy, anything like that. Even wheats, like weaponized wheat is out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Definitely something I can say is not placebo effect. Is well, hey, placebo effects. But anyways, I feel lighter after all my meals. I feel light. I don't feel like really heavy afterwards, but I also feel satisfied. And
you did say last week you got out of the physical body for a second, right?
Oh, I mean, that wasn't last week. That was actually last summer.
I'm sorry. I can't. My time, as far as me being in time, I'm in and out.
No.
But you did get out, right?
I didn't tell you when I did it. I just told you I have before.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. Okay, I was trying to connect that with the change of your diet, but that's not so. So we'll let that go.
I was still eating meat when I had that astral projection experience. Oh man. Okay, so the thing I find most difficult with even like meditation and astral projection, it's actually breathing. I still find it a little difficult to breathe. And I don't know if it's because I had spinal fusion surgery at, you know, a younger age, just because my spine was out of control, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I can't really change that right now, but
let me ask you this. Do you have a hard time breathing just regularly? You know? Like right now, are you having a hard time breathing?
Not regularly. Like, I don't feel out of breath in everyday life. It's just like when I really sit down and like notice it, it's like, wow, it's kind of hard to really get like deep rhythmic breathing going.
Damn, Wes, how did you attach that emotion to that though? I'm with you, but where did that come from? Because I'm catching it, like I'm using your mind if it was in my mind, and I'm looking at that thought, how you just attached that energy to your meditation breathing. To where did that come from?
I mean, in my mind, I thought I was just observing my own. I was just observing like some discomfort that came up, and it seems to come up more often.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. I feel it now. I feel it. So it's not, no. I feel it now, brother. I'm with you. It's not your breathing. It's these emotions that you are attaching to different things that's coming up in your mind that's changing the rhythm of your breathing. Now that happens all the time. It's not like I took it like you realize like, I can't breathe. Like, no, but you're feeling emotions and thoughts and circumstances, and they're coming up and they're actually changing the way you breathe, and you're conscious of that. So yeah, you're conscious of that, how that makes you feel, because the breath is the life in this dimension. So your breathing, every frequency has to do with the breath. Meditation, a lot of people think it's the stillness, like when we just sit still and which is cool now. That's still good when we just sit down and be still. You hear me say it a lot. Just be still. That's just the start, okay? Because once I can get you to just sit down for 5 minutes, right? Then I can add, now while you're sitting there, straighten up your spine, okay? And look forward and take a deep breath. Now we can build to you. See, it's a process in meditation. So people think that meditation, just sitting down gets you out of body. No. It always will be, and it always has been the breathing, rhythmic breathing, conscious, focus, rhythmic breathing. And when you can visualize that breath and see that breath through that third eye, when you can visualize the breath coming in and out of your body, you can leave with the breath. You can attach to it. It's levels to this shit, man. When you can visualize that breath coming in and feel it and visualize it. I can see it right now. And that's what gets you to other frequencies and dimensions,
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. But I'm working on it. So.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. Hey, man, let me give you some love, man. You're a regular now. I know you by first name. You're doing real good, man. Your energy's good.
Yeah, I'm feeling great right now. You
sound great. All right, thanks for calling. Let me let you go though, Wes. Okay, I love you, bro. Peace and love to you. Good old Wes. I love that little brother, man. Seems so much more happier. Conscious chatter this week. I know it's a lot of you out there. I don't know if you're on the live stream with us today. Let us know, is the Holy Bible real or fake? And go into detail. How do you feel about it? It comes up in most conscious conversations. It comes up in, all the time. I get it. I get that question all the time. So you heard my take on it. I want to hear some of you, ladies and gentlemen, your take. Have you read it? Do you read it? Is it true or fake? Let me come over to the chat while I'm waiting. Hello, you're live with Derek on I'm Conscious. Now what?
Namaste. Greetings from Germany again. It's Timon.
Peace and love, man.
Hey, what up? I hope you're fine, and I hope everything is fine at yours and at all the others who are hearing our talk right now.
Is the Holy Bible real or fake to you, my friend? Please elaborate.
I think there are many levels to talk about this. And at first, I must say that the Bible is some kind of astrological and understanding and kind of historical and kind of myth. And there are many ways to perceive what they are meaning. So there are things which are, of course, somehow true, but we have to be conscious about that since it has been written originally, many things were changed or deleted from the Bible. So right now, at the actual moment, I think we can pretty surely say that there are many people who misunderstand the Bible or who understand it in the way it is preached. So it's dependent on who is preaching it and who is taking which information out of it. And so there are really many ways. And we have to understand as well that there were many gods in history, and that somehow it seems that the energies which are prayed to or which are sent to the gods who are preached is still the same which were used many years ago and hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago. So yeah, there are many different ways, as I said, to understand it. So let me know what you feel about it, or what you feel at all. What do you think and feel?
Oh, I spoke my piece first, and just based on what you're saying, I mean, you basically said similar things that I said before, you know, with it being interpreted a lot of times the wrong way or taken the wrong way. Anytime you're dealing with something that was written down especially in a text that is not the origin language of so many different cultures. You see what I'm saying? That just opens up, you know, a whole smoke bomb right there, because I only know how to speak English, so I interpret things a certain way. You know what I mean? So that in itself is, you know, confusion. And I believe the divine presence of all, there's no confusion in the divine presence of all, in which everything exists. It's simple. We all exist. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? There's no confusion. So what the only thing I tell people, and I use one of the most beautiful out-of-body experiences or meditations the Bible ever talked about to me. And that's when Jesus said, where I go, you can go also, because I go to a higher space. And to me, that's meditation. You know?
Okay. And you're going to a point. Yeah, I understand what you say, and I love what you say.
Yeah.
You're going to a point. I can talk about Jesus, or who is Jesus in the end. So there are many ways he is depicted, or he's shown to the people, to the mass of the people. But in the end, he was a preacher and teacher of love, and there are many things which are misunderstood, because there was a time where history is not sure what happened to him, or what's happening to him, where he was, etc. And so my point of view and my understanding from many scriptures or books I've read is that he was on a travel, on a how can I say it, to himself, to his heart, and he got to understand through meditations and through teachings and through books and through living and loving what is the connection to God, and how to deal with all of the realities which are acceptable or accessible. I meant, sorry. So again, there are many levels on which we can talk about all the different aspects. And I love this about the Bible or about the topic at all, because you could fill books with a way of understanding it. And as you said, I must confess that language itself carries a specific energy, and so therefore we should know how it sounded and how it felt like and how it was really written at the time it was written. So yeah, I will pass the mic to you.
Okay, my man. I want you to discern something. I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna get inside your consciousness a little bit. Okay, since we're talking about the Bible, I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite Bible scriptures that I still hold on to right now. And I want you to just discern. Tell me what this means to you when I say this, okay? And then I'll tell you what it means to me, okay? Let's play.
Sure.
You want to play a little bit? Let's just play, okay? All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I am the way, the truth, and the light or life. No man can come unto the Father or get to the Father but by me, or he has to come through me to get to the Father. What does that mean to you? And Jesus said that. That was one of Jesus's quotes in the Bible.
You want to know how I feel about it?
What does that mean to you?
Okay. At first, when I would say it by myself.
You used to say that. You used to say that.
Yeah, I'm feeling, of course, the exact way it is meant.
Okay.
Because in the end, through the I am, those words itself carry the energy of being itself. When you say it out, or when you feel it, or when you are these words, do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And so of course it means, yeah, kind of everything. it's love, it's light, it's life.
See, you broad with it. You a little broad with it,
Yeah.
but that's good. I know where you at. Let me tell you what that means to me. Okay, same thing. And I didn't mean to throw you on. There's no right or wrong answer for this. I didn't want to. It wasn't no test or nothing. I just wanted to bounce it off of you. This is what we do when we play a little bit. We throw different things around and get different perspectives on it. That's all. And you were broad with it. You was, it means everything to me. That's broad. I'm gonna narrow it down and give you a perspective to think about. Okay. Now, when it says, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, or the light. No man can cometh unto the Father unless he go through me. All right. And we got all of this. First of all, what it means to me is love. I am love. Love. The only way to get to the divine presence of all, to it descend, is love. Love is the way, the truth, and the life. You cannot return to your highest existence, which represents the Father, a higher version of yourself, the Father, the divine presence of all. You can't get back there unless you get there through love. Right? One of the things that the Bible said that they tweaked and messed all the way up, what Jesus was trying to say is, you can't get back to God, the word God that they used, unless you learn how to love. You got to get there through love. Love thy neighbor as yourself. But what man did was they took the physical holographic image of Jesus. See,
Exactly.
they looking at they missed the whole damn message. See, the blacks think that Jesus was black, and they looking at what was written. Somebody tried to describe it. You missed the whole goddamn message. It didn't have nothing to do with what color Jesus was or how long his hair was. He was saying, look, y'all motherfuckers gotta learn how to love. It's fucked up down here, and I'm the light. I'm the light in the darkness down here. Y'all gotta love each other. Because you can't get back. You can't ascend. You can't get out of hell, darkness, until you learn how to love. How did everybody miss that message? How come that couldn't have been the religion right there? Where did all of the big ass mansions and all of the damn barbecues and all of the, how come that just couldn't be the way right there? See, we wouldn't get in trouble with that. Let's all learn how to love each other. Let's just learn how to love first. Let's just get that part. And then I believe everything else will fall in place when we learn true love that casts out all fear.
It's the most simple but most hardest way.
Oh, man. I love you, brother.
Same for you.
All right, peace and love to you. Peace and love. Thanks for calling.
Of course, for you as well.
Yes, my soulmates. Man, it's, you know, that's why I don't even I don't argue about that no more. I'm live in the chat right now. Any love, any hearts in the chat right now? Let me attach your names, your beautiful names, to this live stream. Let me attach your beautiful names. Just put a couple of hearts in the chat. Let me know you're loving. Let me know your heart is pumping. Let me feel your love. All right. Siam. Man, that's a mean name, or either that's Sam or Siam. Thank you for the hearts. Chris Gardner. Thank you for the hearts, Chris. Inner Explorer. Peace and love. Thank you for the hearts. Ja. Oh, I hope I didn't butcher that. Thank you for the hearts. Tintle Man. Thank you so much for the hearts. Jake. Man, Jake, you're loving today. Thank you so much for the hearts. And I love you too. I love you too. Don Ye Grove. Peace and love. I love you. Thank you so much for the hearts. I just feel like someone else. And I'm always right when I trust my feelings. Someone else wants to call in. 734-230-2744. We're just talking about the Holy Bible. I get so many people that say that it's fake. I get a lot of people that say that it's real. And see, there it is. I always go by how I feel, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Garner, peace and love to you, brother.
What's up, Derek Dunlap?
Everything is perfect, Chris.
Hopefully we got these mic issues a little better.
Oh, you sound better than me today, brother.
All right.
Hey, Chris, is
Yep.
the Holy Bible, is it real or is it fake?
It is a beautiful work of righteousness used as control.
Oh, I like how you put that.
Let's talk about some history.
Come on with it. You got the platform.
Everybody knows about the Council of Nicaea with Constantine. And we talking about way back in AD 325. Now, there was a man named Arius who started a religion called Arianism. Now, Arianism is in no way related to white people and white supremacy. Arianism was a Christian religion founded upon the principle that there was a Godhead rather than a Holy Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's not in your mainstream history is that Constantine had a personal problem with this man. And so what he did was he invited all the religious leaders to get together and now let's rewrite the Bible and let's put it how it's supposed to be. Only we're not going to invite this man that we don't agree with. And so you could say that the entire Council of Nicaea was a personal vendetta against this one man who had a different idea, Arius. So now that level of control is already established through our history books. What else has been changed before we were writing this stuff down? You talk about misinterpretations, translations. What about in Matthew? Matthew, he talks about Satan led Jesus to the mountaintop. Well, if Jesus, the whole concept of him is to be above reproach, how was he led anywhere by the Satan?
Tempted.
Now, had it been worded that he was simply met him up there, walked with him up there, but it says he was led there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this defeats the entire purpose of Jesus.
Mm.
So you can take all this righteousness in the Bible and you can say these are all great keys to live by, and they are. It's all true. But when it says that no other book will come before this, that's your first big red flag that this is a control system.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Talk, brother. Talk. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But I do see.
One thing, you were just talking about the light, and I can't help but think of fractals. How we're all a little piece of God. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that side of thing?
I actually had that experience, and this was in like the middle of my awakening. And I told this story online, and I'll just give you the small version because I want you to shine. This is your time right now, Chris. My wife upstairs had this huge mirror, man. It was a huge mirror on the wall. And I was up there vacuuming. And I you know how you vacuum and you hit the corners of the walls or you bump the vacuum, against the walls?
Yeah.
I hit the wall too hard and the whole mirror came down off the wall and it shattered, Chris. And dude, I can't even count that high. Probably trillions, man, probably billions of fragments. And I had the most amazing experience because the way that it hit the ground and the way that I was standing was just like in a perfect dimension. When I looked in the mirror, the shattered mirror on the ground, dude, I saw, like I'm telling you, billions of reflections of myself. And out of nowhere, I felt I am. It's changed me for man. I saw in all of them fragments, the way I was standing, I could see the reflection of myself. And all of it was glistering, but I could see the reflection of some part of me. You know what I'm trying to say, brother? And I just felt I am. And I never been the same since that, man. I was crying, sweeping that damn mirror up, man. I was crying because I could see my reflection and all those little fragments. So what you saying is I can feel and relate to, we all are a chip of the awareness. This is why I see, everybody's definition of God ain't the same. It's right now.
Define it as consciousness.
My brother, right now, listen.
Now
and I say this comically just to get a good laugh, okay? With the technology that they have right now, with the holograms, they could send a hologram out the sky right now, and they could give us the illusion and the image of the Christ that they put in this holy book right now, with the long hair, and it'll be millions of people on the ground worshiping. Right now,
you could probably Photoshop it, put it on Fox News, and you'd still have them on the ground.
Right now. So you know what I'm saying? This is it's just whatever people believe, and it's always been. Even if you read the book, it's always been as you believe. No miracle was performed if the person didn't believe.
That's right.
It's always been
a mustard seed.
It's always what you believe. You see,
Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Man,
that's where we're at. That's what people are coming awake to these days.
That's right.
In this time that we're in, it's time to put these old paradigms aside and start looking at the new awakening. But that's where we come into ascension. Here we are. We need ascension. Everybody's got to love each other. Yet we can't even use our blinkers on the road to be courteous to each other.
Right. Right. And that's why platforms like this one, and I refuse, and I'm saying this live on the air. I say I refuse to monetize this platform, to put all them ads and shit on there. This is my baby right here. This is my baby. I'm conscious now. What? This is my baby because I'm giving uncut, raw, uncensored, say what you say, call in, talk to me. What's your perspective? This is the life. And it's okay for us to agree to disagree. Because nobody know shit based on what we just talking about right now. We got a book that's been genetically modified.
That's right. If we don't agree or disagree, we ain't talking.
Don't nobody really know shit but what you feel on the inside anyway.
That is what's beautiful about what you're doing for us here, because I love to listen to all the people that speak online, and I love to listen to their videos, but to be able to get in and take part, and you put in your piece, and then let's expound upon that piece. That's what it's all about.
That's right. And that's the beginning. I view this platform as we were given so many downloads. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that? We were born into the starter kit. I call them starter kits, right? And so with this platform, what people have gotten used to on YouTube and social media is like gurus and shit. Gurus, personalities. And I understand it, man. I got my own favorite people that make me smile and I gravitate to and I listen to when I want to laugh. I understand it. But we must understand as people, the bottom line is we have to learn how to think for ourselves. And this is why this platform is so important. When I say the phone lines, come on, call in. How do you feel? Think, heal, think for yourself. There's so many platforms out there that you just take in information.
That's right.
You can't even comment on it. And then if you comment on it, it ain't lining up with whatever the guru's saying, he cut you off or edit you out the video.
And no matter who the guru is, they ain't got all the answers. They ain't got it all figured out. See, you got a piece. This other dude got a piece. Oh, Crop, he got a piece. I got a little piece. Yeah. But what we got to do is put them pieces of truth together.
It's all perspective. It's all. Right. And guess what? Different perspectives, it raises consciousness. Like you say, putting it all together. Man, I learned things from Brother Bubba just turned me on to the trees. See? Me being in the concrete jungle, we don't have a lot of trees around us. And just talking to Brother Bubba, who has a whole different perspective on a lot of things, but he turned me on to the trees, man. When I hug trees now, it's a whole different vibration. It takes me into a whole different way of thinking, man. The way I receive and communicate, like with nature, man. And there's a lot of people that don't believe, like, nigga, you hugging the trees. Excuse me for saying that word, people, but that's what I hear. You hugging the trees now? You should hear some of the inboxes I get. You kissing and hugging trees? What's wrong with that? The trees been,
everything has life.
These trees been feeding your black behind for years without you even knowing it. You better be kissing them.
Every bit of air you breathe.
Right. You know what I mean? You'll kiss a dog in the mountain, but we forget about these trees been feeding us for centuries. The fruit growing off the tree. You see what I'm saying? Some of the stories that some of you people believe, the tree was right there in the beginning with Adam and Eve.
That's right.
Where the fruit came from.
The tree of life.
You see what I'm saying? So just by, Brother Bubba, man, I love him. He just so simple. He said, one day, man, I was catching it, man. And it was weird. We was just talking and he started laughing. He said, brother, go hug a tree. Real talk. That's how it happened. That was the last thing he said, go hug a tree. And I had never heard that before. Seriously. I have never heard that. I'm going on 47. And so I put my coat on, man. I had to drive because it wasn't no big tree. And this is sad. It wasn't a big enough tree by me that I could go hug because they didn't chop them all down and put all these genetically modified thin trees up. So I drove. I got out the car and I went and I saw this big tree. It had to be 300 or 400 years old. I couldn't even get my hands all the way around it. And I hugged it. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know if you've ever held a crystal, or I don't know if you okay. So you know what, dude, the energy was probably 5 times stronger than probably 10 times stronger. The energy now that I was receiving. My quartz crystal that I have here, it was magnifying my thoughts when I was hugging this tree. I could feel the energy of this tree. You know what I mean?
There's a wisdom in the trees.
Yes, it is. That's historical wisdom.
And it goes back farther than we can.
because they've been here until we started chopping them down. I'm telling you, this tree was about 400 years, probably 500 years old, and it's been sitting there absorbing energy.
That's right.
You see?
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, brother. This rabbit hole is deep, man. And we got, listen, that's why I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's millions of Facebook groups. We have something special, and I'm conscious now what, because we have just one of those small, we got a couple hundred people in our group, but it's so much information and so much willingness to help. And it ain't no dumb questions or no right or wrong answers. And we got all kind of people from all walks of life and all coming together, you know.
And it's beautiful seeing what the young people are saying. You know,
I'm
older. I'm almost as old as you. And I tell you, some of these guys, they talking and we're listening to them, and then they say their age. And it's like, well, maybe there is some hope for the future.
Hey, my man, that I say it all the time. I'm on here for the babies. We got indigos and starseed children. And I didn't even realize the blessing that they would come through me and us. We got more young starseed fearless. See, they didn't get caught up in that sting of religion, like, you know, like my grandma gave. It got passed down to us, you see, but they born into this time. See, with this new energy, you see. And I always told my wife when we was talking, I say, I don't know if I'll be in this physical body where I am now. I say, but these starseed and indigo children gonna take back this what we call this earth here. They fearless, man. They fearless. They popping out of their bodies. They all in the astro realms. They're creating. They playing up there. I mean,
right.
To whereas it took me so long just to learn how to navigate and to have like what I call my landmark there, some similarity that I could start focusing more there and bringing more back. I'm just honest with mine. But listen, man, Ryan Cropper, my young little brother, they building up there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got whole realities, whole realities, man. You see?
Sometimes I wonder, how's this young buck know all that?
They coming from because they coming with it. See, they coming into this dimension with it. They're able to hold their consciousness. They not getting wiped at the damn moon in the life traps. You see, they're keeping that consciousness. They know their energy. They're holding on to, they're retaining their energy. And like I'm
not afraid to question things.
No,
we got to question.
No. And here's the thing, right? You can ask Ryan Cropper and certain people, like just like I was honest. Some people say, Derek, why are you here? Right? And I'll look you right in your eye and I'll say, I'm learning how to love again. I didn't volunteer to be here. See?
Me too.
You see, now Ryan volunteered to come. You see the difference? That you see, certain people, I didn't say everybody because I get attacked. Well, I know that I didn't volunteer to come back to earth. I had, and I'm learning. And it's a beautiful process, liberating how to love again. I'm honest with it. I'm not a perfect person. People try to lift me up to be something that I'm learning how to love. I've been full of hate for a long time in darkness. Okay.
Yes.
My little brother.
I've been there too.
See, my little brother, when I connected to him, he came as one of those angels of light. You see what I'm saying? And he said, hey, man, I'm 5,000 years in front of y'all. I didn't argue with it. No, it was 1,000. No, don't let me put that in Crop's mouth. I told Cropper, I say, dude, you about 1,000 years in front of us. And he just smiled. Just from some of the shit, I say, you about 1,000 years ahead of us. And he just smiled, you know, and there's a lot of people that have volunteered to be here. But I'm telling you, and this is where we get in trouble. There's a lot of people that are learning how to love again. And that's why we're here. And we not getting out until we learn how to love. We perfectly matched in this, if you want to call it a universe, in the mind of God, whatever you want to call it, we're perfectly matched by our vibration.
I feel like my place here is to learn love as well. And until I get that mastered, I have to keep learning humility over and over again. But that's all right, because if you're laughing at me, at least you're laughing and we having a good time.
Hey man, when I tell people this, right before I went live today, I call him my little nephew, a little younger cat when I was living in Toledo, Ohio. And this young brother, I love him to death too. He saw me at my rock bottom, man. At one of them times, I wish he would call in one day. He'd have everybody laughing because we can laugh. I had an air mattress and laying on the floor, and he would come over there and bang on the door, man. And sometimes I would open the door. He used to say, "I know your ass in there, D," because he loved me, man. I know your ass. Open the door, and I'd be in there, man, just drunk, bottles everywhere on the air mattress. And sometimes I open the door, and he would come in, smile, man. You gotta get your ass together, man. You know. And I love that little brother. This is what I'm saying. These little star seeds. He's 20. Oh crap! Yeah, crap. I ain't gonna say his name. He probably about 28. And I talked to him today, and he just all smiles. You know what I'm saying? So what you're talking about, that humility, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be here until we get it. So we might as well learn.
No matter how many times it takes. And if you don't believe Jesus was talking about reincarnation, it's because they made it so that you wouldn't question it.
You wouldn't question it. You see? Yeah, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be, I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man coming to the Father. He ain't talking about mama and daddy. You see, you ain't getting back to the divine presence of everything until you escape duality, until you learn how to love. Love unlocks. My vision of love, man, it can just flow to and from. It can just envelop the entire, it's nothing to block it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You just become everything again. It's hard to explain, but it just unlocks everything. You just return to, I can't explain it, but the more love you have inside of you, you're just consuming more, It's hard to explain. I can feel it. I can visualize it sometimes, but it's hard to drag it back to this little BP brain I got here. It's just too much for me to explain, but that's the key. And I'm going to end it on this, and I'll give it back to you, Chris. It's so easy to hate.
That's right.
And just think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this. This is how you know this is the way. This is the way. It's so simple. How easy is it to hate somebody? It's easy. It's
the easiest thing.
It's easy to talk shit about people. It's so easy. It just rolls off of the tongue so easy. But it's a little more difficult in these times and these frequencies where we are to love. Just because we all, as that mirror example that we was talking about, we all, no matter how bad the illusion gets, no matter how dark the light gets here, we all a little chip of that divine presence of all. Until we can see it like that, we're going to be separated based on our vibration. And the more hate you carry, you should know that by now. You should feel it by now, souls. The more you hate, the more dense, the more heavy you feel, the more darker shit comes into your reality. And the more you love and you giggling and you happy and you following your joy, these things just fall off of you. Because your
best vibration.
Yeah, they just fall off of you when you're laughing, man. You ain't listen. You can have I can rob you right now. I can pull a pistol out and rob you right now and take everything physically you have. Now you're gonna have to open up your consciousness and think about what I'm saying. And if you had the ability to laugh, because you have a choice. If you could laugh after that happened, you would forget all about that whole damn event while you laughing, as long as you laughing. Laughing is equivalent to an orgasm. You just not consciously, you can't consciously feel it or put it there with the orgasm. You got two things that make you feel good, really, that you conscious of: an orgasm and a good belly laugh. you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
When they
when
both done right, they leave you exhausted.
they right, yeah, it's the same frequency. It's just you get to one way, you with me, Chris, and you get to one the other way, but they right there in frequency. You see what I'm saying? So I always tell people, just follow your joy. Don't be scared though, because if you follow your joy, it's gonna lead you to your heart. And once you find your heart again, that heart space, it's gonna lead you to that love. That's just gonna, you know, you're gonna forget about all this shit that man attached to everything. It'll shake that vibration right off of you, and you'll just say, "Damn, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm just happy."
Campbell said, "Follow your bliss."
Yeah, man. And then when you look at it like that, when you get there, everything else is then you'll really be able to appreciate money. Money just, man, do you know how good you will feel when you're happy? Your happiness is burning from a flame within. Visualize this right for a minute, people. When your happiness is burning from a flame on the inside of you, it's just happiness. It's just your joy. It's your bliss, right? Now you there, right? And you learn to connect to that. That's your lifeline. I mean, you grab hold of that and you don't let anything take that from you. When you feel your vibration shifting, you go right back to that joy, right? So your happiness is coming from within. Nothing physical, nothing material, right? So you there, right? And then attach $1 million to that.
That Babylonian money magic system.
Man.
Keeping us held down.
Listen, you could just play once your happiness derives from there and nobody can shake you, you can play with that system. You can play with that system. I truly play with that system now, the Babylonian system, because I know the structure of it. What do I mean by play with that system?
I know.
I can play with that. Because I understand that I can't control that money because that money don't exist. It's just numbers on a screen. Okay. Right. It's just numbers on the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's no physical value from how money derived. There's nothing back in that money. There's no gold. There's nothing tangible back in the money now. What they're actually doing, I'm gonna say this one more time because I got Chris on here and I feel so people can be liberated. Okay, what they're actually doing when we go to the bank now is they're transferring $50,000, for example, into my account of nothing out of thin air, right? And the way they making money, because people say, well, why would they do that? Because I'm paying them back 23% on top of something that was nothing.
That was nothing.
From my slavery, my work. You see? Can y'all understand it? I'm paying back something from nothing. I'm actually putting forth my labor. I'm going to work, working for free and getting charged for it. And we get so happy when they say, I got my taxes. They take it. Don't get me started, Chris.
There you go.
Don't get me. Man, they taking your inflated money, putting it into an account, collecting interest off your labor and your money, and paying you from your own money, and we so happy.
So happy.
I told my wife, I said, I would rather, and I'm serious, I would rather have a business that I manifest money from my mind, and we're gonna get into it more as I feel
I'm working my way to that right now.
I would rather have a business where I'm manifesting money from my mind. I can play your game and take a loss every year and pay $4,500 a year in taxes and take a loss on everything else, just like y'all do. And I'd rather pay you $4,500 a year and take a loss on everything else and be ahead of the game than let you take my money every week out of my check and put it in the account and then kick me back some of the interest.
And have you decided what my worth is?
That right. It's a game. It's a game. I've been taking a loss for 10 years. Once I learned the game, once I got into my tax problem and I got around some powerful, positive people to say, hey, bro, look, man, go do this here and put this over here so they can't come over here and take everything you got, and just write it like this, man. Just change the way you writing it up. and give them theirs, and they ain't gonna mess with you. Give unto Caesar what's his, and they ain't gonna mess with you. It's a game. Ain't had no problem since then. To pay him his little bread, take the loss, live modestly, and fly under the radar. We only get in trouble when we want to get too big. See, we fall, we bite that hook. We bite that hook, right? And we want to get too big. And all eyes on us. Look what I got. You see? And it's just like throwing bloody meat in the water. That's all we do. I got 200,000 on my neck. I got 50,000 in my mouth. I'm driving in a $500,000 car. That's just like throwing bloody meat in the middle of an ocean. And we don't understand that, man.
And then we surprised when the sharks come.
And when the shark, because ain't nobody got, hey, and excuse my language, people. I just want you to feel me. The scales is so unbalanced. Ain't nobody got shit but 13 families. I'm talking about wealth. Ain't nobody got shit. So it's blasphemy for you to drive through the hood with a $300,000 car, 300,000 on your neck, 50,000 in your mouth, and to throw money up in the air. You deserve to be robbed.
You asked for it.
Ain't nobody got shit.
You said please.
Please. We ain't got shit, man. We losing. We don't own shit. We ain't got shit. And you gonna come back and throw money? Rob this idiot. Right? We
and they don't do nothing with the money you
we
just robbed.
ain't got no land. We ain't got no land, no banks. We just got some banks going now. We got some banks going now. We ain't got nothing. The number one consumer in the United States, trillions of dollars. And we ain't got nothing. We don't own nothing. Nothing. And it's our fault. See? Ain't nobody else's fault. It's our fault.
So we let it happen by keeping our eyes closed.
We gotta take responsibility, man. We gotta take responsibility. It's our fault. Man, listen, we changed. We as a race of people, I love all people. But in this body, let me come down in vibration to just say this. We have changed. We changed the world in the 80s. We created a whole new way of communication that it took them 13 families 10 years to catch up with. They didn't even know what we was talking about at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called hip hop, man. We created our own vibration and attached our own way of communicating. We was communicating with that language. And they stamped it, oh, it's ebonics, it's ghetto, it's illiterate. But we understood it. We was communicating. And what happened? They took it, they genetically modified the whole frequency. And now you got the rap that we got right now where we hating each other. We hating it. They took it, genetically modified it, and threw the frequency back. And that's the hip hop now. Dude, we changed the way that humans communicated. I'm telling you, man, hip hop, you could say hip hop was a religion. Look how big it is, man. And
see, I love the way that you just put that, because I've had this theory, because now I'm old enough to I've seen hip hop come along, and I've seen it sort of change. I've seen
it changed the world, man. It changed the world.
In the hip hop movement, some hate started bleeding back in.
It was genetically modified. They took that frequency.
You just touched straight on that.
Hip hop was a frequency, man. You see, I understand music theory. I understand pitches, tones. It's all the same. You got sound, the throat chakra. My gift is my throat chakra. So I see music as physical things when I hear it and feel it. Hip hop was a vibration. When it first came out, it was I'm alive vibration. And it was a little bit of the struggle. Remember the hip Rapper's Delight. Remember? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose. It wasn't no murder, and they wasn't calling women bitches and all that back then. I'm trying to hold on, brothers. Let's wake up, people. See? And it just started, it got contagious. And it didn't matter. You know that now. It ain't no color attached to hip hop now. That was going to the soul of people. See,
Mhm.
white people like hip hop, Jewish people like hip hop, African, it's all over the world.
What vibration are you resonating with?
And they took it, genetically modified it, put a bounty up there, put a reward. That was the record deal, right? To spread this nasty virus. And they just ripped the heart. The soul is halfway out of the body with the frequency that we get now. Bitch, 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 nigga, 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 kill, 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 steal, rob, hard, hood, hate.
They took something that could have been universal and put a label on it so that these people like it and these people get angered by it.
Whoo! The 808 bass, man, is one of the lowest vibrations on the keyboard. And that's what the trap music is driven by. The lowest frequency. It holds you you just feel like punching somebody in the mouth when you hear it. It just changes you, you know?
I build sound systems for people in my spare time. You know, at least it's good in the woofers. Sounds good coming through there.
Hey, brother, I love you, Chris. You want to throw anything, attach anything else?
Maybe one thing, you know, every time this Bible subject gets brought up, I like to throw in there that regardless of how much we question the authenticity or where it comes from, there are teachings in there from Jesus that are sound, that if we live by them, they are good. So no matter how much we question his origin or what he really was, at least he was teaching the right thing.
Absolutely. I call it the hot sauce. And like if I read the Bible right now, I don't have a problem with what Jesus was saying. None of it. I don't. It was always, if
anything, if we just had more of what he said.
Yeah, it was the way they was trying to for me, listen, this is what gave me the bad taste in my mouth. If you really want to know, I was born Christian, right? It was the religious part of it. The religion is what stunk to me. It just, we're better than you because we're Christians and everybody else is going to hell. It just, it was
the collection plate.
Yeah, that just stunk it up for me. It's not the Bible. Now, some people don't like the Bible. It's the man behind it.
Man screws everything up.
Yeah, I'm only speaking for me. I've read so many books in my life, and you can't. It's one of the best reads I've ever read. I've read the Bible 3 times, man. So you know what I mean? It's just the religion part to it. I know some of the things that they're driving home on their strongest vibrations of Christianity is way out of context of what some of the word is saying as far as the wealth, right? And the manifestation and you know, Christianity in the 2000s, man, when that reaping soul, that wealth, that prosperity message just took it to left field to me. You know, it just took it way out of context to me. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna attach this frequency because I know it's a lot of people out there that they got a bad taste about the actual Bible, which I will say again, it's been genetically modified. That's my new word. It's not in its origin. I understand that.
GMO religion.
Right. It's not the book. It's not the 66 books because it's the same story if you read more than one book. See, you can derive at that. You got to read more than one. You'll say, oh, shoot, the Quran is kind of saying this. Oh, I see.
There's so many out there. And then there's so many that's been suppressed, you know.
Yeah. But they basically all saying, if you really can get into it, the same thing. It's just from different perspectives. Just like us.
Benassi says, the churches have created a great blasphemy by not knowing what's in these hidden books.
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know. I just believe that
it's not about the religion of man, it's about the spirituality of love. And that's what we're trying to bring forth right now in this time.
There you go. There you go. I'm gonna give you some love on that. Peace and love to you, brother.
Peace and love to you, Derek. Thanks for this format you have for us.
Hey, thank you, man, for attaching to it. That's all I ask for. This not, a lot of people think this is my this is not my platform. I love when you guys jump on here and call, you know, and because like I've been telling you, when I don't have nothing to say, I'm not going live no more. So you know what I mean? But the more you guys call, the more I open it up every week, 2 or 3 times a week. But it's not my platform. It's not, I ain't no guru. You see what I'm saying? I'm not on YouTube to monetize. And I always say this channel so people won't take this the wrong way. I have other channels.
To get out there, put yourself out there, and let us join you. And that's what I'm thanking you for.
Because this is real. I don't have to monetize this consciousness stuff. I can monetize other things. You see what I'm saying? And just because I don't monetize consciousness doesn't mean that it's wrong to monetize consciousness information. Heck, if a woman can buy a $10,000 weave, then shit, she should buy your consciousness material too. I'm with that. But let me say it again. I'm conscious now. What? This channel, I don't want to attach any sort of monetization like that Google ad shit on this channel. And I don't put the content on this channel based on the highest searches and keywords. See, I know the game. I don't do that. Whatever I feel, wherever it's coming organically. With this Bible thing, when I woke up, I had 4 or 5 people asking me, is the Bible real or fake? So I said, well, let's put it on platform.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I didn't search. Oh, that was the #1 search on Google. I'll get 10,000 views off of it.
Think of how much of a turn it off it is whenever you listen to a teacher or a guru and they're saying all these things you agree with, and at the end they're like, buy my product. Well, damn, just trying to sell me something.
And that's the matrix, though, because if it's good, I'm gonna be honest, Chris. If it's something that I really want, I'm gonna buy it. I'm like that. Even if it's some conscious stuff. Crapper was my little brother. I bought all his shit because I wanted it. And I understand that brother got to survive in the matrix. If I can buy a $40,000 motorcycle, all of the toys that I used to have, I can get somebody, whatever it is they want for them. I don't have a problem with that. I never did. I never did. This is what I wanted to say before I let you go, because I got to feed my dogs in a minute, and my wife's coming in, so excuse the dogs. This is what put the horrible taste in my mouth about religion. Just religion. I remember I was sitting in church. I'll never forget this. And they were taking the offering. And I was really on a journey. Really, I was trying to find love. I just didn't know where but that's when I was really seeking information on it. Got to be something else than the way I'm living my life, right? And they had started the offering, right? And to my name, ladies and gentlemen, I had $5 to my name. And the preacher started. He said, I'll never forget this. He said, I want everybody that got $100 to stand up. Stand up. And you should have saw the ballers. They all stood up, and you could just feel it in there. And now I could feel the ego in it, we the $100 people, you know what I mean? And they walked up
like this debit card account.
Yeah, listen, man, this just crushed me, dude. And so everybody with $100 went up and they put their money in the basket and they walked around the whole church, because you got to come up the middle aisle so everybody can see you, and then you put your $100 in there, and then you go to your seat. So after the 100, so after the 100, he was not everybody with $50. He went from 100 to 50 to 20 to 10 to not everybody else.
Now everybody else.
And man, I'm telling you, dog, when not dog, brother, but I'm just keeping it real, Chris. When I walked up that aisle, man, because I still took my $5 up there, I felt like the flame that a habitual smoker just hopped and spit on the ground. That's how I felt taking my little $5, and I still took it up there. But I felt horrible the way people looked at me when I put that money in there. And I was never the same. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? And I just knew that wasn't the way. Now, I'm not saying all churches are like that, but that's the experience that happened to me. And that's what started me on my journey to it got to be something else. But it wasn't a book that did it. It was the way that they used that book.
That's right. It was the man.
Yeah, it was the man.
And that class system. Let's establish this class system.
All right, Chris, peace and love to you, brother. Peace and love to you,
Derek.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, I'm going to go over to the chat one more time. I'm going to shut the phones off for now. The dogs are barking profusely. My wife, you want to say hi, honey? You always know when mama come home, everybody start barking. Roo, 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 roo. It's here.
Oh, hello, everyone.
And woo, 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 woo. All right. All right. All the dogs are barking. So I'm going to come over. Back over to the chat. Live. Wow, the chat is actually behind. I'm in front of the chat, got like a 30-40 second lag because I just saw me kiss my wife with what you guys are viewing. And she kissed me 30 seconds ago. So, any questions in the chat? I'm here live. I'm looking at you live in the chat. If you want to say something directly to me, phone lines, done. If you want to say something live in the chat before we let you enjoy the rest of this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday here in Detroit and wherever you are around the world. Get back to work, Chris. It was great having you on the show, Chris. Peace and love to you too. And you can catch us here on I'm Conscious Now What. I usually go live on a Wednesday or Sunday. It does vary now, but you know, for we've been doing this for 6 months. We used to do this Wednesday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we have a bulk of the content on the channel right now that we're starting to just, you know, repeat ourselves. So, you know, I go live now based on if I feel like I got some new information or I feel led to have new information or like a show today, you know, conscious chatter I'm doing more of. We have an arches of videos from everything, the meditation, the astral projection, all different topics on the channel. Feed your dogs. Hello, wife. Yes. So subscribe. We have an amazing Facebook group that's growing. So if you have questions and you want to meet some of the powerful, positive people that's attached themselves to, you know, our intent, our agenda is to raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. Right up under the live stream, there's a link where you can join our Facebook group. If you love what we're doing and you want to take some of your physical currency and attach it with our physical currency, we have a Patreon. It could be as little as $1, right? That helps pay for our website. We're going to build our own mobile app and we're going to start our own social media network, even if it takes us 20 years. That's what we're going to do. We want our own stuff. Okay. So we got a Patreon there. We got a Facebook group. You can go over to I'mConsciousNowWhat.com, right? And we got not conscious chatter. We got insider reports over there. We got Bubble Dumbass over there. We got every live stream we ever done there. We got some meditations over there for free. And also, if you're one of those people that you're brand new and you're having a little trouble, we talked about it a little bit today on this live stream about rhythmic breathing, the breath of life. I got a great guided meditation. It's called I Am Self, the guided meditation. I'm just a guy, you know, where I take you in spirit, right? You can feel me there. I'm there with you. And I guide you into a higher frequency, a higher version of yourself by teaching you control rhythmic breathing. It's a great, and I usually don't blow my horn on my own stuff. I'm very I'm my worst critic about some of the stuff that I do. It's just, yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is, but it's a great meditation. I can listen to that meditation and just float away, listening to my own voice. And there's a lot of comments. And if any of you on this live stream have experienced or purchased the guided meditation, leave comments about it, because it's a great meditation. It was a gift from the cosmos that came in. It will teach and help anyone center. And that's where the journey begins. When you can quiet the noise in your mind and center through breathing, then you can open up. You're open to receive, you know, higher frequencies. All right. So I will see you guys Sunday. Same space. Make sure you hit the like button, share it. If you like this vibe, if you like this vibration, there's a share button. It says share. Just click it. Take the link, put it on your Snapchat, put it on your Instagram, put it on your Facebook, share it, put it in your groups. Okay? And I love you guys. Peace and love.